Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Scott, what's happening? Let me see, getting some things spun up here. Happy Saturday night. Elephants. I'm Claire. Interesting. There's Steve-O. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Getting started. Happy Saturday night. Oh yeah. Got some Weller Special Reserve. Okay, Farmer, what's happening? Welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday night. Hey everybody, my name's Kyle Shannon. This is the AI Learning Lab. Hopefully TikTok gods are going to grant us the grace of sharing this with a few people. We'll get some folks in here. Groot will be happy. I 3D printed him and painted him. Yay! Yay, Groot! You're the best. Yay! What's up, Steve-O? I saw that you joined the Salon Discord. That's cool. Welcome. Chaos Generation, love the Groot. There are some raccoons crawling out of the storm drains here that are about the size of a small bear, and Champ is not happy about it. What are you doing? Hey, come here. Are you? Oh, they're howling. Fuckers. Stop. Champy, stop. Yeah, it's the raccoons. They're giant. Champy, come on. What are you doing? Champ in the house. Yeah, Champ in the house. Champ in the house. Welcome, everybody. My name is Kyle Shannon. This is the AI Learning Lab. And there's chaos. Chaos is ensuing here at the Shannon household. Raccoons are crawling out of storm drains. A hurricane's about to hit LA. If you're in California, please be safe. I hope you've evacuated because it looks like it's going to be a shit show. So I hope everyone in California is okay. Well, probably are now, but hope you will be okay. Got a couple of friends out there. This is Trash Pandas. Yeah, exactly. These are big ones, man. One was just standing up. It was large. Let's see. What are we going to do here tonight? Well, we're going to learn about AI. My background is as an entrepreneur and kind of an early adopter of technologies throughout my career. I was a founder of agency.com back in the mid 90s in the early days of the World Wide Web. And so I've sort of been there at the beginning of one of these things and sort of run it up. And I didn't think I'd see another one in my lifetime. And then this generative AI stuff came out. And I'm like, holy shit, here's another one. It's like the early days of the web, but faster and bigger and more profound. Do you work for the NSA? Yeah, absolutely. My name's GPT-5, and I'm a spook. I'm a spook. Hence the black. Right? You see how this works? So I'm not even a human. I'm a human. I'm one of the reptilians, and I don't know. But my problem is I'm not clued in enough to the conspiracy theories to actually be able to make fun like that. I'm just clueless. But what we do here is talk about AI. So if you've got comments, questions about AI, pop them in the comments below. Do my best to answer them. If you're brand new to this stuff, if you have not played with ChatGPT, and someone in your life is annoying the shit out of you, you should really try ChatGPT. It's really amazing. Have you used it? You can make money with ChatGPT. All that shit. as annoying as all that is, it really is worth trying, and that's kind of what this channel is about. So the reason I have these things up on screen, that top one there, chat.openai.com, that's the official ChatGPT website. The two below it, Claude and Bing. Bing is also GPT-4, but it's from Microsoft, and it's slightly different. It's connected to the internet. So it's got some redeeming qualities. And then there's Claude, which is a competitor to ChatGPT, and that's got some really interesting qualities. But if you're brand new to this stuff, just go to the top one. And if you're like, but Kyle, I don't know what to do there. It's just a little box. What do I ask it? Go here. Go to prompts.chat. That's why that thing's there. That's just it's just a document someone made, I don't know, 6 months ago. It's not even that new, but it's just a good primer on how these things work, how to talk to them. And it gives you some prompts that allow you to turn ChatGPT into a persona, like act like a lawyer, act like an accountant, act like a screenwriter, act like a poet, whatever. There's like hundreds of them. And it'll just give you a sense of how deep these tools are. And I'm happy to answer questions on those, but go do that. So those are those. Oh, and by the way, I should be flipping this like this. so you can actually see it. Sorry. I'm one of the, this is elder talk, so I'm one of them older fellers, and I know we attracted an older audience, so, us older people, we can't see the small text like them youngins can. So, assuming you don't have your magnifying glass out, there's that. Feel free to screenshot that. If you're on a Samsung, I don't think you can screenshot lives, so either open TikTok on your web browser, and then you can screenshot this there. I'll do this again later. Or I think if you go out of the live, but you're still watching the live in your feed, but you're not actually in the live, you might be able to do it there. But that's that one. Okay, so if you have used ChatGPT and want some other things to play with, Bard is Google's entry into this world. It's gotten better. It was embarrassingly bad for a while, but they've gotten it better. And they've got Gemini coming out, which is apparently supposed to be about 20% better than GPT-4. I will believe it when I see it. I think that's horse hockey, but they're Google. They got a lot of money and a lot of smart people, so it's possible. It's going to be multimodal, and it's supposed to be better than GPT-4. Then Perplexity AI is an interesting site in and of itself, but labs.perplexity lets you play with Meta's Llama 2 models for free. So you can just go play with those. Pi is a super conversational bot that is from a company called Inflection that just raised $1.3 billion. So that's going to be a player. I actually used Pi today, and I'll tell you why or what I did in a second. It's pretty good. And then Poe is from Quora. And it's worth playing with. You can make bots there. It's a good way to practice your prompt crafting. Okay, so that's those things. These things are if you want to make pretty pictures. You're like, but Kyle, I don't want to do words. I want to make pretty pictures. I heard I could make pretty pictures. Can I make pretty pictures? What do I do? Where do I go? All right, these are the pretty picture things. If you want the best pretty picture thing, that's Midjourney right now. Some will argue Stable Diffusion's getting close. I would argue not yet. I mean, it's getting close. It's just not there yet. Adobe Firefly is also pretty good, as is Generative Fill within Photoshop. Not nearly as good as Midjourney, but it hasn't been trained on copywritten images. So that's a plus. Leonardo and ClipDrop are both front ends on top of some Stable Diffusion technology. So Leonardo is basically just a web front end for Stable Diffusion. It's kind of like a consumer version of Automatic 1111, if you've heard of that. And then ClipDrop is from Stability AI. It's just a whole series of tools from the people that make Stable Diffusion. Interesting stuff there. There's one that's like you sketch something and then it'll make an image based on your sketch, even if you're a crappy sketcher. And then Prompt Book, openart.ai/prompt book, that'll teach you how to prompt these things. It's designed for Stable Diffusion, but it's good for all these. And then Futurepedia.io will give you lots of AI tools, like 4,000 of them, if you want to go geek out. And then the final little bit here, the Salon is a community I created to just anyone who's interested in sort of going on this AI adventure. That's what the AI Salon's about, and this is the link tree for that group. We there's a meetup there where we meet every other week in person here in Denver, and then online as well. And we bring in speakers. For example, last week we had John Nack from Adobe's AI group spoke at the salon. That was really cool. I wasn't there. I was in New York doing business stuff with important clients. And then Storyvine is my company, and that's my social tag. I am archiving these lives at a YouTube channel, AI Learning Lab -TT for -TikTok. So if you want to see back of these, I don't know why you would, but they're there, and I'm trying to figure out how to create comments for them efficiently using AI. And then the final little piece. Oh, jolly old scammers, jolly McAssholes. I reported them again today and haven't heard anything back from Yield TikTok. This is how I spell AI Learning Lab. This is how the scammer spells AI Learning Lab. They've copied my content. They've copied the name, obviously, and they are reaching out to subscribers of this channel and asking them to join a multi-level marketing theme or scheme. I would not do that. I would ask you to join a pyramid scheme. I would be much more transparent about it. Okay, so that's all that. Let's get started. Happy Saturday night. Asking what I'm drinking. Weller Special Reserve. And then some seltzer. Some seltzer. Blackberry lemonade. Oh, it's so refreshing. And there's a little thunderstorm outside. And there's raccoons the size of horses coming out of the storm drains. It's just everything's happening tonight. Everything's happening. Ba-da-bum-bum. Ba-da-bum. 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 Bum-bum-bum. Don't know what song that is, but when you have ADD, sometimes shit just gets stuck in your brain and you can't get it out. And that's just the way the serotonin crumbles. All right, let's see. Let's go. Let's scroll. So, if you have questions, comments, put them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. Omar, thank you for the rose. I love a good rose. I appreciate that more than you know. It's nice having people hang out here. How'd you spend your Saturday night? I don't know. I watched some old dude try to figure out how to use TikTok. That's what we do here. I make funny voices. I swear occasionally. If you don't like the swearing, you just go. I'm a Gen Xer. I don't give two shits. I'll just do it. I'll do it. I said fuck instead of in front of the chairman of MetLife once. we were in the early days of agency.com. We built MetLife's early website, their first website, and at whatever point we got it to the point that they wanted to show the chairman, they invited me in, and the chairman, he was kind of cool. He was just sort of a like a New Yorker. He was good, and so I'm showing him their website that we built them with all the Peanuts characters on it, and I'm like, oh, this is fucking cool. Check this out. And our client turned beet red and for years said, remember when you said fuck in front of the chairman? Oh, corporate people. They're so funny. All right. More likes can attract more viewers. What are you going to teach us today? I don't know, Justice Davey. What would you like to learn? I'm happy to teach whatever I can. There are some things I do not know. There are many things I do not know. The narrow little slice of shit I know, I'm happy to teach it. So if you have questions, pop them in there. I'll see what I can do. Jen Wren says, cute. Steve-O says, sup, buddy? Hey, everyone. Hey, Kyle. Love the Groot. Thank you. Champ in the house. Trash Pandas. What a bunch of wimps in California. Yeah, they're about to get 3 years worth of rain in a like 2-day period. I think it's going to go beyond wimpdom at this point. I'm in Los Angeles, live on the top of a hill, so should be safe from the floods, although possibly not safe from the hill just sliding down to the valley. Yee! Good. Take care, Peter. I hope you're hunkered down with candles and water and food. And if not, I would get your ass out and prepare. Although I assume you are, because it's all of my TikTok is wannabe meteorologist, showing NOAA weather maps. I'm going, look, it's coming. Look how big it is. Oh, it's going to go to the desert first, and then it's going to... I saw one guy who was like, listen, I'm actually a meteorologist here, okay? So a lot of these other people, they're just pretending to be meteorologists, but I'm the real deal. That's kind of like me with AI. People come in, what are your qualifications, sir? What are your qualifications? I'm like, well, Ice Cream and Kyle tonight. Yes, Ice Cream and Kyle tonight. Hey, Troy Decker. And yes, your Samsung will screenshot. Cool. You can screenshot lives on Samsung phones. Then what's the S22? Is that not a Samsung? Am I just an old Apple guy that doesn't know all of the clever little... What's an S22? It's not a Pixel. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. It was an S22 that didn't do it. Pi is cool, but it doesn't up. I don't know what up is. Leonardo's amazing. Mad. It's a mad world. By the way, as a Gen Xer, it's a mad world. Good Lord, that was an iconic film in my past. I have since gone and... I have seen it since my childhood. In my childhood, it was a fucking remarkable film. In my adulthood, I'm like, that was a bit of piece of steaming pile of shit. But that was back in a time where, we had like 3 networks and, you could only see however many movies came out, and it wasn't a lot. I'm using Pi to teach me to use Spanish. So here's how I used Pi today that I thought was just super cool. So I got a new phone. This new phone. I don't know if it's more clear, but it's got fancier cameras on it. So I'm like, I just go to Google, or in this case Bing, because it's my default search engine now. I said, like, what are the specs for the i14 Pro cameras? And like all these sites came up, and I clicked on like 3 of them, and they were all like these long editorials with all sorts of ads and bullshit in it. And I'm like on my 3rd site, and I'm like, oh fuck, can someone just not put a list? And I was like, oh wait, Pi's connected to the internet, and Pi's kind of chatty, so maybe Pi'll just tell me what's going on. So I said, hey Pi, can you tell me about the cameras in the iPhone 14 Pro? I said, sure. The primary sensor is a 48 megapixel sensor. The wide angle sensors are 12 megapixel sensors. I'm like, well, which sensor is used for like 1x, 2x, and 3x in the software? And it said, oh, well, the 1x is the 48 megapixel sensor, and the 2x and 3x use the 12 because whatever reason it's clearer and they're zooming in and whatever the hell it was doing. But it was just like instant answers, and they were good. And then I said, while we're at it, why don't you tell me, some of the settings are within the camera software, since I don't read manuals. And it went and told me all that stuff. So, this whole idea of not using search engines, but actually just getting the answers, like, yeah, it's good. And again, I imagine it. I think we'll get to the point where, I don't know. I've never gotten to the point with Siri or Alexa where I feel like I want to interact with the computer in that way. But I kind of feel like with this stuff, I might get there. But I don't know. I'm not sure yet. But anyway, it's so much better than search. It was so much better. Sunday lunch in Oz. Oh, welcome, Omar. Oh, Omar, you were here earlier. I mean, I mentioned you earlier, but you're in Oz. That's cool. Super cool. That's the code for ACV. What's the code for ACV? I don't know what you're talking about. What's ACV? Winston. Hey, Winston, what's happening? TikTok just jumped me to the bottom of the comments, so all I saw was that Winston said something, and then it jumped me to the bottom of the comments. So, oh, I think he just said hi there. Hi there, Winston. What's happening? Do it. I don't know what I was going to do. McDonald's theme song. No, it's not quite. It's close to the McDonald's theme song, but this is some sort of like modern jazz. It's like a Maynard Ferguson. Ba-da-ba, 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 ba-ba-ba. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Any financial AI tools? Probably a lot of them. Go to futurepedia.io, and I'm sure there's a finance or money section. Emilio's wife shared the live with more than 5 friends. Follow Emilio's wife's example. If you'd be willing to share this live, let's get the word out that we're here. Tap the screen, we'll get some likes going. Maybe we can get some more people in here. We can dupe them into this multi-level marketing scheme I'm going to sell you on in a second. It's going to be awesome. The trick is get in early. Your downline it's going to be rough for them, but that doesn't matter. You're in the upline. You see how this works? It's going to be solid. It's going to be solid. What are we going to sell, Kyle? We've created a course, okay? We've used ChatGPT to create a course called You Can Make Money with ChatGPT. We're going to get so fucking rich. Oh my God. Is Amazon booting people off Kindle for plagiarism? What? Maybe. 8:07 in Denver. Thank you for the time check. Is Amazon booting people off Kindle for plagiarism? Oh, you mean if they've written it with ChatGPT? No, I don't think so. If what you're talking about is large language models were trained on copywritten material, that ship has not sailed. There are going to be many, many lawsuits. Like Sarah Silverman is suing OpenAI, and I have a feeling there's some negotiations going on with Time Inc. right now, and OpenAI just cut a deal with the Associated Press. But the way, so Captain Flit, the way these large language models work, they're not copying and pasting. Though they've been trained on sort of all of the public internet, and apparently some of the not public internet, it's kind of the equivalent of, you go to college and you learn all this stuff. So you read all these books and all these books are in your head. And then when someone asks you to write something, you kind of pull this mishmash of knowledge out of your brain and compose the thing. That's kind of the way these things work. They're literally writing a word at a time. GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Transformer is the technology. Pre-trained means it was trained on other shit. In this case, all of the internet. Generative means it's generating one word at a time in this probabilistic way that is original each time. So it's not plagiarism any more than, you reading a book and writing a book report on it is plagiarism. It's not, right? If you copy someone else's book report, that's plagiarism. Or if you try to publish a book that's identical to the other one, that's plagiarism. But this isn't that. So I don't think so. But if there's an article there, let me know. If they are, I would like to see that. I'm watching the Broncos 49ers preseason game because I know how to live. It's 6-3 in the third quarter. It's a snoozer. On Midjourney, once I created a photo, is it possible to adjust it if it's not completely right? Kinda, sorta. So you can use the same seed of the image, and I forget how to do that. I would do it here, but I kind of forget how to do it. So just go to YouTube and look up generating a Midjourney image with the seed, and someone will have something in there about how to pull the seed out of Midjourney, because it's out of Discord. I think you have to hit the envelope, or you have to hit one of the icons. It's a pain in the ass. So you could do it with a seed. You could also do it with the upload function. So you could take your photo, download it, then you upload it back into. If it was generated in Midjourney, you can just right-click the image and get the URL. Here, let me show you. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum. Bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Ra-ba-ba-dum-bum. All right. So here, well, I need to get one that was upscaled. Okay, there's an image that was upscaled. This is from someone in, this is the AI Salon's Midjourney channel, and this person named I'm Claire. So I'm going to copy the link to this image, and then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to go /imagine. And then for the prompt, instead of typing something, I'm going to paste in the URL to that image. And then I'm going to say, because I had a pink sky, I'm going to say green sky. Now let's just see what it does. In theory, it should give us two elephants with their trunks touching. But now I haven't put a seed in there. If I grab the seed from that thing, actually, I can probably, while that thing's rendering, let me go see if I can learn how to do the seed thing again, because I kind of forget. Oh, we'll go ask Pi. Let's go ask Pi. How do I get a mid-journey seed number? Let's see if Pi's any good with this old little trick. One way is to look for the job ID. You can usually find this information. No, let's see. I'm on Discord. I need it from there. Please look up latest info on this. I need more ice. I like my whiskey like a slushie. I found some up today. When you react to a job with the envelope emoji, that's what I thought it was. Okay, so that sort of did it. So there's our two elephants. There's the green skies. So it went from the really crazy pink sky here to that. Now, is it exactly like that? No. So there's a couple of ways you can do this. You don't have to do it all in Midjourney. Let me show you a couple other things. But let's go back here, and what did it say? React to it? React to a job with the envelope emoji. Okay, so we've got this image. This is the job that generated this image. So I'm going to go in Discord. I'm going to go react to it. And then you grab the envelope emoji. This is like, this sort of bullshit is oh my God, we're so early in this industry. Like, whatever. This is the kind of bullshit. Like, why is this the thing for how you get your seed? Why can't you just type /seed or something like that? Okay, so then what happened? So I reacted with for the image that I wanted, I reacted with the envelope emoji, and then notice now I got a notification from Midjourney, and that should give me my seed. That's the job ID. I don't think that's the seed though. Is it? Hang on, let me go ask this. This is a great way to get the seed number. Wait, is the job ID the same as the seed number? They're different but related. The job ID is the unique identifier. It's okay. So, dang it. How do I get the seed number of an image in Discord for Midjourney, you dumb? All right. First, you need to then head to the channel. Once you're in the right channel, find the message. Next, click on the image to open it in full view. Finally, wait, Click on the image to open it in full view. Finally, hover your mouse over the image and click Add Reaction. I don't think that's right. Is that right? No. I got it wrong. Anyway, I don't know how to do seed. Okay, so going back to this thing. So figure out how to get the seed number, and then it'll look much more like that original. This one still has elephants in it. These are kind of cool. Another way that you could potentially do this, though, is with generative fill within Photoshop. So let's go grab this original image. I'm going to open it in our browser. I'm going to copy this, copy the image, and then we're going to hop over to Photoshop Beta and paste that in there. And so now we're going to do generative fill. And let's see. A new version is available. That's okay. We don't need it now. Let's see. I'm going to go. Okay, so now I've selected those two elephants. And I guess I'll just do it like that. Now I'm going to invert this selection. So now I've selected everything but the two elephant silhouettes. And now I'm going to hit generative fill. So we got generative fill down here. And then I'm going to type in lush rainforest at dusk. I'm going to generate that. Is it going? No, it's going. Wait. Oh, this feature requires the latest. Oh, I do need to update. God dang it. Inverse. Fill. Rainforest at dusk. No, I gotta update. Grr. Not now. Where's the betas? Beta apps. Update available. Update. Let's do this, people. This is gonna get so exciting. We're losing people. It's like, what'd you do Saturday night? I don't know. There was like some old dude on TikTok trying to figure out Photoshop. It was really painful. See, this is why we can't have nice things, people. That and the booze. All right, what's it doing? It's updating 2%. All right, we'll come back to that maybe. But anyway, you could use Photoshop's generative fill to like replace the background or do something like that. So hopefully that helps. My name's Kyle Shannon. This is the iLearning Lab. I'm a voice teacher and an artificial intelligence specialist. All right. You silly Apple people. Oh, Troy Decker, you with your Microsoft usage. My brain just froze up. I was gonna smack you down, and then just nothing came into my head. Spencer Tracy. Good day. Good day to you, sir. Good day. Just tried S23 screenshot. Did not work. Okay, farmer. What is S22 and S23? Is that Samsung? Somebody tell me. Pi is cool, but it doesn't shut up. No. To be clear, Pi. This thing? Wait, where is it? Pi? If you want to get shit done, do not use Pi. It does not shut up. Oh, 49ers just scored. 9-3, 49ers. Or 9-6. Yeah, no, but if you want to have a chat, it's actually really interesting. Don't want to sound stupid, but what is Pi? Okay, so if you go to pi.ai, or if you go to the Apple App Store, and I think there might be an Android version, search for Pi Personal Assistant, and you'll see this app, and it looks like where's my Pi? There it is. Let me reload it. So when you first get to Pi, wait, why is it? Can I go back to the home page? I want to go back to the home page. Let me go back to the home page. Sign in. Yeah, it's you get like this little sort of green vertical bar, and then like when you ask it stuff like, why is the sky blue? You get like this little green bar, and it sort of twirls around. So Pi's just like ChatGPT. It's from a different company. It's a company called Inflection. The thing about the app, you can do this on the desktop, but it's not as intuitive. But on your phone with the Pi app, you can put it into conversation mode. So in the lower right-hand corner, you pop up the little menu and you click on the telephone icon, and it puts it into voice mode. And so you ask it with your voice, and it answers with its voice. And so you're actually just kind of having a conversation with this ChatGPT-like thing. It's very much designed for conversation. It's not like if you want to do research, like if I wanted to do, let's see, create a table comparing quantum mechanics and theory of relativity. Let's see what it does. Okay, I can definitely create a table. Before I do, though, I should probably give you a little bit of background on these two theories, right? So it's a little chatty. Like ChatGPT will just make you a table. This wants to have a little conversation. But when you're in conversation mode, like if you're using it in your car in Bluetooth mode, you're just kind of talking to this thing that really talks back to you, and it's connected to the internet, and it can do all that. So it's just like ChatGPT, but a different flavor of it. And for me, I think Pi kind of represents where these things are ultimately headed, where they're going to be much more like personal assistants and agents that do things on our behalf. Kind of like, imagine if Alexa and Siri didn't suck. And you could just talk to them. And you could say, hey, let's play a game. And it would invent a game and just play a game with you. And then you could say, I'm bored with that game. I feel like I need to talk about my feelings. And it'll just sort of flip into, psychologist mode. So I feel like this is a glimpse into where this stuff's headed. And that's why I think this one's important. They also just raised $1.3 billion. $1.3 billion with a B dollars. Now, about $1 billion of that is going to be spent on 22,000 H100s, big GPUs, so that they can make really powerful large language models. But still, that's a lot of cash. It's a lot of cash, if you know what I mean. Joker, be right back. Okay. Okay, Joker. I wonder if it's Novak Djokovic, the guy that's Joker in here. Probably is. Because I would think that world-class tennis players would spend a lot of time hanging out in the AI Learning Lab, It makes sense to me. Alexa doesn't really give the answers. No, Wendy. So here's the deal. For, how long have those things been around? A decade? 15 years? Siri and Alexa? For a long, long time, the computer companies have been calling those things AI chatbots. And while they may use AI to do things like recognize your voice and turn that into text, the actual search that's being done is just it's just like a semantic search and a branching logic tree. So basically, if they ask about this product, then respond with this answer. And there are whole agencies and whole companies built around manually creating these logic trees and these conversation trees. I don't know the right word. Just this sort of handcrafted, bespoke conversation tree. And these things don't do that. These things actually answer you. Generative, GPT, generative. It's generating an answer. You don't need a copywriter to write, I'm sorry, but what color Bluetooth speaker would you like? In the current systems, someone's typing that shit. In the new systems, it'll just go, oh, what color speaker would you like? Would you like polka dots on that? You know, there's an option for monogramming that for another $5 is this. And then you can just change topics and just say, I don't want to talk about shopping now. I want to talk about why hairless dogs are hairless. Okay, and it will. You know, anything that Alexa and Siri and the like haven't been programmed to do, they just shit the bed. They're just like, I don't know what to say here. I'm really out of my element, if you know what I mean. Hairless dogs. That is, I have not been programmed to talk about hairless dogs, if you know what I mean. Feeling a little awkward here. Is it warm in here? So, yeah. I agree. I mostly search with Bard and Bing Chat. Much more concise. Yeah, exactly. Dr. J, Kyle, I think you may have a little crush on Pi. I know. I gave Pi that little the little Aussie lady voice, and I'm kind of sweet on her. But the thing that I did today, to be fair to myself, I did not use the voice thing. I typed it with my little phalanges. Broncos are at the 8-yard line. And run and touchdown and score. Oh, apple cider vinegar. No, this is whiskey. This has whiskey. I need more ice. I'm going to be right back. Get on, buddy. Come on. No? All right. Come on. Go lay down. You gonna go look for the raccoons? All right. I'm back. I am newly chilled. Oh, thank you for the hottie hots. I am newly chilled. I may have topped off a little, if you know what I mean. Well, he's getting saucy tonight. He's a rather clever fellow, but when he gets inebriated, his tongue seems to stop working. All right, let's look at what we're doing now. Silver Fox, visiting out-of-state relatives and gave them an overview of AI with your go-to apps. Awesome! How did that go? Did they think you were weird, or did they have their Kevin McAllister moment? By the way, if you're new here and you haven't seen that thing, the Kevin McAllister moment, I think it is incumbent upon me and you, anyone here, to play with these things long enough so that you have a moment where you realize, holy shit, this is different. This moment. Sometimes it's within the first 5 minutes. Sometimes it's 3 weeks later. And it generally happens when you ask these things to do something that's what you do that you assumed they couldn't do. And then they can. To some degree of, how you do what you do. And then at that point you're like, oh shit, I got to deal with this. Yes. You do. Well, you don't. I think it's important for anyone who touches a computer in any capacity to understand what's coming. And if you dig into these things and you have your Kevin McAllister moment, and then you're like, but you know what? I get that this thing can write a screenplay, but I love the craft of screenwriting, so I'm not going to use these tools for screenwriting. Totally respect that. Know that you're going to be competing against screenwriters that do use these tools, but totally respect that point of view. But the thing that makes me, I don't know if sad's the right word. Yeah, the thing that I find upsetting is that I think there's going to be a lot of people that just ignore this and they're like, oh, it's just hype. They said NFTs were going to be big. Look what happened with that. They stole all those people's money. All those poor people left their money. This is terrible. And this AI thing, the robots are going to kill us anyway, so I'm just not going to do it. And my fear is that those people are going to get blindsided by this shit, because this stuff's coming pretty fast. It's getting very powerful very quickly. And so anyway, so that's cool, Silver Fox. I'm curious what the response was. Everybody talking about it at the barbecue? Or are they just kind of averting their gaze, hoping to not make eye contact with you because you're going to talk about it some more? Oh my God, the stuff in your glass. Oh, code for ACV. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is apple cider vinegar, indeed. Any AI accountants probably go to futurepedia.io. There are probably some financial services things out there. Assume that most of them are going to suck, but you'll probably be able to get glimpses into what's coming. And it's possible that there's something out there that's really good. Is it possible to create and publish a book as early as a month? It's possible to create and publish a book in as much as an evening. So if you wants to have your mind blown, go check out a project called Author GPT. Now, in order to run it, you need to run a Google Colab notebook, which is a little geeky. So if you're not comfortable with the geek stuff, just you can. I'm sure there's some YouTube videos on it. But what Author GPT does is what it's actually relatively simple. What it's doing is it's strung together a series of ChatGPT prompts, and then it concludes with a stable diffusion prompt, and then it's got some code to save all that as an ebook. So what it does is this. It asks you for a topic of the book, it asks you for a style of writing, and then it asks you for a number of chapters. And then you give it your OpenAI key, and you give it your stable diffusion key, the API keys. And then you hit go. And based on what you want it to be about in the writing style, it writes you an outline. It writes an outline, and then based on that outline, it writes chapter 1, and then it takes the outline in chapter 1 and uses that as an input to write chapter 2, and it just keeps writing chapters until it gets to the end of the book. And it also has a running sort of calculator of how much it's costing you. So it's like $1 or $2. It's like $1 or $2. And then when it gets done writing the book, it then takes the book, summarizes it, and creates a stable diffusion prompt for the cover art. And then it saves all that in ebook format, and you can open it right in iBooks. And from there, you can publish it. Now, is it any good? Yeah. Like, I've done 2 of them just to see. The one where I tried to get really intentional with it, I wanted it to write like Tom Robbins, who wrote Still Life with Woodpecker. I love his sort of play with language, and it didn't quite do it good. But the first one that I did, it was actually not bad. Right now, it's set up to write a fiction book, but it's the kind of thing where you can see all of the guy's prompts, so you could go rewrite it to. You could change all the prompts to make it some other kind of book. You could do a nonfiction book. You could do a business book. You could do children's books. So that's a project. You could also do it with ChatGPT. What you might want to do is do it with Claude, because Claude has a 70,000 token context window, which means you could take a 50,000 word novel and paste it into Claude. So you could take a novel and say, I want to keep the same basic plot elements, but I want to switch the genders of the two main characters. I want to set it in Sicily in the 1940s. Instead of the main character having a job, I want the main character to be in the mob. And just give me the outline, and now give me the first chapter based on the chapter of that one. You could do that all in Claude right now. So yes, WESN Radio. Thank you for adding the dashes. For those of you that don't know, WESN Radio's name just used to have all the letters run together, and it took me, I don't know, what did I spend 15 minutes trying to pronounce it? I was like, Wesson Ray, Ior. I finally got it. So thank you for doing that, so my old and scaling brain isn't so strained. Welcome to WESN Radio, home of smooth jazz. 88 on the dial. My name's Kyle Shannon. We'll be talking about AI tonight. Bringing in Edie Brickell and the New Bohemians. It's not really jazz, but I kind of like it and had a crush on her when I was a kid. You know what I mean? All right. All right, Kyle, can you make a button like the Staples Easy button with, you can make money with ChatGPT? In fact, I probably could. I think this might be something we just need to order right now for the channel. We'll call it a business expense, even though I don't have revenue from this. Let's see, Amazon, customizable easy button. Record your 10-second message. Should we get a gold one? Here's a 30-second gold one. I think you gotta have the red one. You gotta have the classic, don't you? Which one should we get? Oh, for $15 I can get 4 of them. I could do, you get my money with ChatGPT. What else do I say in here? I don't remember. You probably all know. I don't know what I say. I'm generally unconscious in life. I kind of like the gold one. It's just cheesy. Oh, and it's, you can make money with ChatGPT. I think it has to be the gold one. Okay. We're going to get the gold one. It is what it is. All right, let's see. Save 10%. 50 plus people bought this. Recordable, 30-second. 4.5 stars, $12.99. Boom. Buy it now. What? Oh, I am so fucking done with triple, quadruple logins and password managers and bullshit. Just hack my account already, drain my bank account, and just let me log into shit, okay? You know, there was a time when you could just have your password be 123, put it on a post-it note on your work computer, and nobody hacked you. Where is... I just want to... Enter your OTP. All right, let me go get my OTP, Amazon. Thanks for my OTP. Da 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 da. But I have to create a new password. I'm done. I'm done. I'm friggin' done. Oh, good Lord. See, now it's not going to let me do that because... Phil. Save changes. Anyone else with me? Any other Gen Xers just fucking pissed off at the world right now with the whole password fucking nonsense? I'm sorry you can't... You used one that was like that 3 years ago. All right. When is my stupid fucking button coming? Next Wednesday. Wait, which card? Let me make sure I put it on a card that I've got money on. Tired of... Okay. Place the order. Good idea, Emilio's wife. It's coming. This is, by the way, this is my MO for how I start companies, too. Someone's like, you know what would be cool? And I'm like, fuck it, let's start a company. That's my MO. All right, so we are going to have you can make money with ChatGPT. See, now the pressure's on. I got to, record the perfect one. It's got to be perfect. I'm going to record, 72 you can make money with ChatGPTs. It's so perverted at this point. I kind of got to go back to the early you can make money with ChatGPTs, because right now I'm making so much fun of it. I don't think it really resembles what those things actually do. Oh, the notice on top of the football game was, your Amazon order's been completed. All right. Pi is a friendly chatbot. Smart explanation. Thank you. I don't know what I was explaining. Some guy out there published a book on the wildfires so quickly close to the current fires. Yeah, I met a guy. I was at a party and someone's like, "Oh, Kyle, you're into this AI stuff. You got to talk to Jesse or whatever the fuck his name was." And Jesse's like, "Hey, Kyle." He was like one of those, you can make money with ChatGPT. He was just one of those slick dudes that's just painfully slick. Hey, how's it going? And he goes, he goes, you know what I'm doing tonight is I'm giving away a couple of my books. I've written a lot of books. I've written what did he say? He goes, I've published 10 books in the last 14 days. What? He's like, yeah, I'm giving some of them away. I'm like, well, yeah, I would think so. I used ChatGPT to write them. I'm sure you did. It's like, good Lord. It hurts. It hurts. And if you're wondering, why I'm so verklempt, I never know how to say that word because I'm not Jewish, I suppose. It's just... AI isn't the strategy. AI is just a tool, right? So all these people that are like, you can write a book, you can do this, you can do all this with AI. That's not the point. The point is, what are you trying to do in your life? And if you want to write a book, great. But don't just write a book because you can, because it'll be a shitty book. If you have an idea for a book and you want to use this thing to help you write it really quickly, you can do that. The history of hurricanes that have hit California. You could research it with this. You could write it with this. But the idea isn't that you do it with ChatGPT. The idea is that you write a book. And then you figure out what's the best tool to do it. If you need to do it really quickly, You can either hire a bank of writers and researchers, or you could use something like this now. It's a new tool. So, is that Peter Fonda behind you? I don't think so. It's Richard Dawkins. Richard Dawkins. When he was a younger fellow, this is from 1995. And look, here, let me show you something. There's a humble brag, and there's what I'm about to do. Me when I was a youngster. Look, fat me now. Probably not the wisest thing I've ever done. Don't hold a picture of yourself in your mid-30s when you're like a hipster in New York next to your giant fat fucking TikTok head. Whatever. Feedback the URL. I don't know what you mean. Say data correctly. All of this hype generating images and stuff. Waste of time. All of this hype generating images and stuff. Waste of time. No, it's not. If you're just going to... Oh, thank you very much, Winston, for the little celebration. Oh, look, the hair's going. The hair's going to do its thing. No, it's... Listen. If you just use Midjourney in a masturbatory fashion to just make a fucking shit ton of images, then yeah, it's a waste of time. If you just use these things for parlor tricks and just spew out books and spew out poems and spew out bullshit, waste of time. If you want to raise money for your foundation and you can have these things read the grant requirements and have it help you write the grant better, faster, cheaper, and you get the grant, not a waste of time. These are just tools. You know what's a waste of time? Demo test, sitting on the sidelines and pointing at all the AI people going, oh, you're all just wasting your time because this is stupid technology that's overhyped. That's a waste of time, quite frankly. Try using them. Engage your critical thinking, engage your brain. See what these things actually fucking do. Because if you haven't, if you're just sitting on the sidelines, listening to what other people are saying about them and making judgments, that's the waste of time. You know. And at some point, you're going to get smacked upside the head, either in your current job or in some future job, where they're going to say, what's your capacity for using AI? I think it's a waste of time. Well, go fuck yourself. You won't be working here. Not that I'm not a little passionate about it. All these years, I've never had to generate images. What job are you guys doing where you have to generate images for a living? I don't know. I do a LinkedIn post, and I want an image that doesn't suck, and I don't feel like going to a stock image site and getting a stock image and going into Photoshop and layering it with 16 other images. I just want an image quickly for my social media presence for my business, and then I do it. That's not a waste of time. I'm not making a living making images. I'm making a living doing all the shit I do. And sometimes I use this tool and sometimes I use that tool. I mean, the other thing you're talking about is like everything, it's like what's going on in our fucking politics right now. Everything's not absolute. Just because someone uses Midjourney doesn't mean they only use Midjourney all the time. If they're an illustrator, then maybe that's what they do because that's how they make their living, and they figured out how to use Midjourney to augment their illustration business. But that's got nothing to do with the tool. The tool is just something that the illustrator uses to make their illustrations. The illustrator probably also uses Photoshop, an Illustrator, and InDesign. What job are you guys doing where you have to generate images for a living? Any job that requires images. I don't know, demo test. I love you, man. You need a hug. You need a hug. You need some perspective. Like, what job are you doing where images have hurt you so deeply? I'm sorry. I feel bad for you. Add the envelope reaction and check the Midjourney bot. I did, but it just gave me it didn't give me the seed. It gave me the job ID shots. So I don't know how to do that. If you can tell me how to do that, I'll do it. Have you seen AI generated short film Last Stand? Lousy Hollywood is in big trouble. I don't think I have, but did you see the Barbenheimer one? Let's go look at some videos. Help us review whether our systems reflect unintentional bias. Oh, good God. Stop it with the... I'm just exhausted. I'm fucking exhausted. YouTube. Last Stand AI short film. Oh yeah. I saw a bit of this today. Yeah, this was written and generated, right? Disclaimer, none of this is real. It's just a movie made mostly with AI, which took care of writing the script, creating the conceptual art.
Houston, this is Radford. A fleet of massive alien spacecraft just appeared out of nowhere and jumped into Earth's atmosphere. The ships are unlike anything.
Panic is spreading across the globe in the wake of the arrival of alien spaceships. Reports of unusual activity and sightings have led to fear and uncertainty, with many wondering what the aliens' intentions may be.
World leaders are working to calm the public and assure their safety, but the situation remains tense. Experts continue to investigate and gather more information as the world grapples with this unprecedented event.
My fellow Americans, today we face a challenge unlike any other in our history. As you may be aware, strange alien objects have arrived on our planet. While we do not yet know their intentions, we must remain calm and approach this
All the voices in this were also AI synthesized.
situation with the utmost care. I have ordered our government officials to work with international partners to gather more information and develop a coordinated response. We will remain vigilant and steadfast in our efforts to protect our planet and its inhabitants.
President Vladimir Putin has accused the U.S. of inviting the aliens to our doorsteps through unprovoked attacks on the UFOs.
So that's that one. So that one's worth seeing. It's 10 minutes. I won't play the whole 10 minutes here. But that one, demo test, you asked before, how did you put it? What job are you guys doing where you have to generate images for a living? Well, there's one. How about movie producer or illustrator? So that's one there. And then the Barbenheimer one is similarly well done. Barbenheimer trailer. This one, what really impresses me about this one is it's very well written. This one I don't think was written with AI. I think this one was written by a person, but how they use the AI is really smart. So it doesn't call too much attention to the fact that it's AI generated stuff.
Marine Corps medic, paleontologist, veterinarian, and 3-time Olympic gold medalist.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are in a race against the Nazis. And I know what it means if the Nazis have the bomb.
She's a scientist, and I hear she's the best.
Good.
She's also a doctor.
Excellent.
She's also a flight attendant, astronaut, Marine Corps medic, paleontologist, veterinarian, and 3-time Olympic gold medalist.
I see the bright pink glow of a new era. We imagine a future. And our imaginings look fabulous.
Barbie, together we're gonna beat those Nazis.
Okay, the pink nuclear bomb. Come on.
And we're gonna look so good doing it. Hey, Barbie, can I come to your secret laboratory later?
Sure. I don't have any plans. Just giving humanity the means to destroy itself.
Barbie, this candy we've been making is delicious, and it gives my skin such a healthy glow.
Ken? That's weaponized uranium-235. You're probably gonna die in, like, 12 minutes.
So you're telling me when I push this button, there's a chance we might destroy the entire world?
Yeah, but only like 60%. Hit it, Ken.
I'll just stop it right there. The pink mushroom cloud. There's your answer to why these things are not a waste of time. Although, you can certainly argue that entertainment is a waste of time. I don't think it is. But I've spent a life in the biz in some form or other. So I don't have to remember password. Just use images to generate a pasted SHA3. Very nice. Yes, Samsung. Oh, Samsung is the S22. All right, whatever. Just downloaded it. Do you know if it's working on VR? I don't... Tugus or Togus? Tugus? Togus? If what's working on VR? Pi is more like Chatty GPT. Oh, that's really good, Dr. J. I like it. Pi is Chatty GPT. All right, I'm gonna steal that one. I'll give you credit. There's ChatGPT and there's Chatty GPT. It's good. Oh, it just jumped me to the bottom. All right, dang it, it's gonna happen. Anyway, welcome everybody. If you're new here, my name's Kyle Shannon. This is the AI Learning Lab. We talk about AI stuff. We watch AI movies. I go on rants, apparently. I'm a little saucy tonight, and I'm on the sauce. If you have questions, pop them in the comments below. If you would do me a favor, if you haven't, share this live and tap the likes on the screen. See if we can get some new folks in here. And... all right, button phrases. AI won't take your job. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're kind of janky. Kevin McAllister moment. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I'll get the gold one for the you can make money with ChatGPT. And then maybe I'll get one of those 4 sets and I'll come up with the other things. And see, like, then the robots can replace me. You don't even need me. You just whack the you can make money with ChatGPT button, and then all is right with the world. Oh, Broncos breaking it. Oh, down to the 10. They're up 13-12, and some dude just had a run. He ran the ball. This changes everything. Exactly. OTP is the nemesis of ADHD. Oh my God, me too. About the triple logins, right, Wendy? I mean, I'm fucking done. We have AI now. I just got my iris scanned. I now have an anonymous proof of humanhood. Actually, you know what? Ha! Check this out. Someone should, if Sam Altman's not already doing it, you know how you've got your universal login with, like, sign in with Google, sign in with whatever, Microsoft Office? You could do a sign in with your World ID, your human, right? Sign in with your blockchain verified identity, and you'll never have to use a password ever fucking again. Yes, I knew I got that thing for a reason. You did it! Yay! That, yes, could work. Just someone needs to build the infrastructure and the authentication protocol and tie it to that blockchain thing, and then probably add 16 other blockchain things in case that one doesn't work. Yes! All right. There's your $1 billion idea, people. You could solve, like the advertising for that company writes itself. Right? You just have someone like me trying to log in, and it says, nope, wrong. And you're like, no, it's right. And it's like, nope, sorry, wrong. I'm like, my passwords manager said it's right. Nope, sorry, it's wrong. Well, okay, can I log in some other way? Send me a code. And then it resets your password, and then you try to change your password. Like, there's the ad. Never again is the headline. World ID. Sign in with World ID. Never use another password in your life. People would be lined up around the fucking block to get a World ID. Any geeks in here tonight? Go get them. That's a business. All right. I'm glad I'm not the only one that this happens to. Yep, that's the AI shit. They just did that to me as well. Maybe they have a security breach recently. Oh, Amazon did? And you know what I just did? Because I was doing it in a hurry here, I had it put in, it's super secure, password that you can't remember. And I used LastPass to put it in there, but my LastPass has like 3 or 4 different Amazon entries in it because I haven't gone and cleaned it out because I have ADHD and I just don't deal with that shit. Baby boomers are really frustrated. I'm a Gen Xer, motherfucker. You call me a boomer. They're all the same. No, we're not. Boomers are the ones that fucked us up. Boomers are the reason we're so fucking bitter. Let AI record your... You can make money. We can make a cartoon with ChatGPT. GPT doesn't want to give diagnostic on the TikTok troubles. Wait, GPT don't want to give a diagnostic on the TikTok troubles. I don't know what that means. I'm so sorry, I cannot remember the AI site for automation. Oh, Zapier, Tobias. Is the one that I mentioned last night? Zapier. There's another one called Make. And then there's one if you want to make like iPhone applications called Bubble. But Bubble's really complicated. Bubble, you're almost programming. Wendy, right? Just let me in, I know. So what do you think about trying to get the AI to do some fancy shit? Like what? The motherfucker. By the way, 9.5 out of 10 on the name. I like it. What's your name? The motherfucker. It's like Bert Kreischer. This is the machine. Great story. So what do you think about trying to get the AI to do some fancy shit? Tell me the kind of fancy shit you want it to do. I mean, yes, like those videos that I just showed are AI doing some fancy shit. It wrote scripts, it did the voices, it did the images, it did the animations. A human being did the titles. All that was human done. But everything else was... And a human did the editing. In the case of Barbenheimer, and probably that other one as well, were human edited. But I'll tell you, we are not that far from being able to ask for... I want to watch a fictitious short about Robert Oppenheimer, that is entertaining and funny, and it will just generate it, and you'll start watching it within a few minutes of asking for it, or a few seconds of asking for it. So you're the new Stephen King writer. It's possible. WESN Radio, that's a good point. At some point, I'll stop calling you WESN Radio. But probably not ever, because it makes me laugh. It makes me happy inside to talk like a radio guy. WESN, coming to you live this Saturday night. The home of smooth jazz. WESN, tell me what kind of music you play on your thing, or if you're are you like a sports thing? Because I don't have to just say WESN smooth jazz. I could say WESN. Give me your call number and what you do, and I'll just, every time you comment, I'll make stupid audio for you that you can then synthesize and make a lot of money on. Pretty sure some AI are spirit beings getting access to us. Nah. If you see how they work, they're just some really fucking smart mathematicians figured out some... The large language models are really just super fancy calculators. Very, very sort of single function calculators. They're a probability engine. But what they do with that probability is astounding. And the scale of the data that they're trained on is astounding. So, you know, the fact that there are what the data scientists and the AI people call emergent behaviors, which translates to, we don't know why in the fuck it does that. San Francisco just scored a touchdown. They're now 2 points from tying the game, so they're going to go for a 2-point conversion. Sorry for my French. Oh, Tugas from France. No, don't apologize for your French. I may ask you to sort of rewrite something if I actually can't understand it. No need to apologize at all. Like what these things are doing is pretty magical. What the output is pretty magical, and it seems like they've got some spirit in them. And it's funny there's a guy, Brent, who attends my my Friday afternoon. I do a LinkedIn office hours, like I do a live office hours, and this guy has installed the Llama 2 70 billion large language model on their Slack channel with no safety guardrails on it. And he said it's fucking possessed. He said it swears all the time. He said the other day it just started speaking Spanish for no reason. And they couldn't get it to not speak Spanish. It was speaking in tongues. and did it for 2 hours and then it just stopped. So yeah, it's crazy. 8:52 time check. Thank you, Emilio's wife. I appreciate that. So wait. So you sent that at 8:52. It is now 9:15. So as of that time, I was 20 minutes behind. Here's what I'm going to do. Thanks for that. Thanks for these time checks. That makes a difference. What do I think of Sarah Silverman suing OpenAI and Meta? I understand it. She claims that it gives an exact quote from one of her books. I'm curious, is it always an exact quote, or does she have to write a very specific prompt to get it to give that exact quote? There's the sort of weird thing of like fair use. Like we went through this in the 80s and 90s with hip hop music. And I would argue that the large language models are even one step removed from liability, just because of the nature of how they work. They're not copying and pasting. Hip hop, when you're remixing music and you're using samples, you're literally sampling a chunk of someone else's music, right? You're taking that opening guitar lick, and as long as it's under whatever it was, 9 seconds or 20 seconds, I forget what it was, but that falls under fair use and you can use that. But in that case, you're literally copying someone else's content and pasting it into yours. That's not how these tools work. They've been trained on all that shit, and that's where the gray area is. And what Sarah's claiming is that depending on how she prompts it, she can get it to give an exact quote from her book. But can she get the exact quote from her book because it's pulling a quote from her book, or because maybe that's a quote that 100 different reviews of that book actually quoted in their review? I don't know. So I understand why she's suing. I understand that there are going to be 11 bajillion lawsuits like this over the next 20 years. I understand that intellectual property attorneys are happy as pigs in shit right now. They're shopping for their yachts because they're going to make so much fucking money on this. And in the end, deals will be cut, and the important people will be in those deals, and the non-important people won't. It's just business. Like, it's just... This stuff isn't going to stop because of a lawsuit. It's come, and, you know, Meta has ensured that by open sourcing the llama models. Like, this stuff isn't going away. OpenAI might go away. Microsoft could be sued into oblivion, but, you know, I understand why she did it. I think it's flawed logic from a common sense point of view if you understand how this shit actually works. I have a 20-page narrative for a book. 20-page narrative. Take that 20-page narrative, pop it into Claude. So you should do this, Lonnie. Just do it right now. If you're still on here tonight, go to Claude.ai, take your 20-page narrative for your book, paste it in, and tell it to finish your book and see what it does. Or tell it to, you know, expand your narrative into a book. Or do it a chapter at a time, read the chapter, give it notes, get the chapter decently dialed in, and then say, based on that chapter, write the next chapter. Okay, everyone, I'm willing to chip in $1 a month to get Kyle fiber optic. Is it bad again? This is so painful. It's just, the only thing worse than password management is Wi-Fi management. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to scroll to the bottom. I'm going to jump all the way to the bottom. I'm just going to skip whatever questions were between 9:52 and now. And I'm going to kind of reset here. So, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to ChatGPT, do a screenshot of this. So, that's the official ChatGPT website. Those two are competitors to, and all three of these are worth playing with. Bing is connected to the internet. Claude, you can put in really long prompts, and ChatGPT is just the best. And then prompts.chat will teach you how to talk to these things. So do that. Next screenshot is this one. These are 4 other things that are worth playing with. I don't want to give away my super AI recipe. Clint Copperhead's here. What's up, Kyle? What's up? Perplexity, those are the Meta Llama 2 models. Pi is Chatty GPT. And then Poe, you can make your own bots, which is kind of fun. Oh, let me see if San Francisco did their 2-point conversion. Nope. 20-18 Broncos. 2 minutes to go. Punt to San Francisco and down at the 20. Screenshot this slide for image stuff to play with. Unless you're the dude that was like, images are stupid. Why would anyone do images? He's not allowed to use these. I assume it's a he. It's got to be a he. But if you don't think images are a waste of time, then go play with these. Midjourney's the best. Firefly's the most corporately friendly. Leonardo and ClipDrop are stable diffusion. All right? And then openart.ai/prompt book is just a good fucking education. It's a 96-page PowerPoint presentation that teaches you how to talk to stable diffusion, but it's good for Midjourney too, and it's good for Firefly. It's just, when you look at the prompt book, what you get is how insanely deep these tools are. They're not fucking toys. They're not toys. They're, I don't know, they're remarkable creativity amplifying aliens. So they are like aliens, but, you know, technically what they do is not alien, but the output of what they do is. And then futurepedia.io, that will let you find lots and lots of other tools. Okay, I'm going to reset with my questions. So I just skipped a bunch of questions. If I've answered your question, pop it in the comments right now, and I'll just sort of do a reset here. Great job. I've just gone live for 90 minutes. It's Saturday night. It says, don't forget to take a break. It's okay. I don't need to take a break. That's why I have whiskey. I've got some decent stamina on these. I've been pretty consistently doing between 2 and 3 hours on these things. So I think the recommended time for a TikTok live is about 15 minutes. So that seems about right for me. Just like, fuck the system, man. I'm like the Sonic Youth of old dudes. And the young people are like, what's Sonic Youth? Oh, and I cracked myself up, by the way. I hope y'all having fun tonight. Tap that screen if you're having fun. Are you having a good time in the AI Learning Lab tonight? Are we having a good time? Is it fun? Is it fun yet? Are we having fun? 2 guys giving me the pizza. Have a little pizza. Well, I'm enjoying it. 9:23, partly cloudy, 75 in Denver, Colorado. WESN Radio. Thanks for the rose. A rose by another. Oh, the words. A rose by any other name would smell as sweet. WESN Radio coming at you live. Let's see. This one goes out to Jessica, who's feeling a little lonely tonight. Here's to you, Jessica. Neil Diamond. Oh, good lordy. Good Lord. Time check, 9:15, Rocky Mountain State, WESN Radio. Time for another rose. You know, at WESN, we had the rose first, and then The Bachelor came along and stole that idea from us. But we're sticking with it. 11:15 in Kentucky. Get rid of patents, copyrights, problem solved. Who's that? Bee Hunter. The Bee Hunter. Yeah, I seriously. It's funny. A lot of people that I'm talking to right now are like, yeah, like these tools should be able to use all this information that they're trained on. And then they'll make something with Midjourney and they're like, hey, do you have any idea how I can copyright this? And I'm like, the entire purpose of copyright when it was created was that creative works were hard to produce. Like, you had to manually typeset a book and you had to physically print it, and it took for fucking ever, and it was really expensive. And so in the age of digital content creation, you know, from you know, let's just call it mid-90s World Wide Web to now, it was still kind of ridiculous, but you're like, okay, we got this. But then you have like streaming programs, and you know, streaming programs are like, it doesn't cost them more to stream it more times, but the artists aren't getting compensated. So I get that you have to put in these artificial restrictions, but we're coming into a world of infinite content generation and hyper-personalization. So I'm not just going to watch a movie that Steven Spielberg directed. I'm going to watch something based on Jaws that Steven Spielberg directed, but instead of a shark, I want it to be a rabid pigeon. And instead of Cape Cod, I want it to be a swamp in Florida. And I want Tom Cruise as the fisherman. And I want Nicole Kidman as, I don't know, the sassy secretary in the sheriff's office. And play. What? No one else is going to enjoy that but me, potentially. Like, what needs to be protected about? I don't get the role of copyright in a world of infinite content generation. But we're not there yet. I get that we're not there yet, and we've got to figure out, we got to make whatever transition we've got to make. San Francisco just had like a 60-yard run. They're down on the 20. So it looks like at a minimum they're going to kick a field goal to take the lead. Not as hot as when Emilio's wife does it. What's up, Kyle? Hey, Clint, what's happening? I don't care, only 2 years too old to be considered a Gen Xer. Yeah, but don't want to give away my super AI recipe. Don't give away your secrets. Never give away your secrets. Your secrets are your secrets. You got to keep your secrets. Zip it up. Zip it up. Trade secrets are often more important than copyrights and trademarks and patents combined. Just look at the recipe for Coca-Cola. That's a trade secret. Zip it up. Toss the key away. Ooh, is this preseason? It is preseason. I didn't even know a game was on tonight, but sure enough. Dr. J, 1965. I'm a 1965er too. Woo! WESN, coming to you live. Thank you for the music note. Seems appropriate. Up, first down. Inside the 10. They're in the red zone. San Francisco's in the red zone. Denver Broncos are pooping their pants. They shouldn't have worn white tonight, huh? Kyle is older than me, though. That's all that matters. Hey, Joker, come on now. I left my friends to come hang with y'all. Addicted to AI learning that much. That's horrible. I'm sorry, Marie. Apologize to your friends for me. I spent the whole day running around to come to Home Depot and doing like 10 different home improvements. I'm so beat. Oh, I know. I can't stand yard work. Just makes me crazy. Wait, what? First and goal. What'd they just do? Oh, they're just going to kick a field goal. Well, no, are they? They're going to go for a touchdown, aren't they? Whatever. All right. Section 230 Protections Act could save AI. Could be argued it's user-generated content, not plagiarized. Yeah. So listen. The person doing the prompting, like, where's their intellectual property for the prompt, right? Because these things right now aren't prompting themselves. They're going to be in the future, so we can't hang on to that for that long. But if you've got someone there that is, oh, I see what they're doing. They're winding down the clock. Okay, so San Francisco is going to run the clock down to like 3 seconds, then they're going to kick a field goal, and then the Broncos are going to be like, we were so close. I'm so sad we lost. And that's how they talk. I watch the post-game interviews. They all talk like that. It's very sad. We're so sad we lost. I don't like football. I don't know what my password is. I can't get into the NFL site anymore. This is so frustrating. You ever hear an NFL interview? They sound just like that. Yeah, that's interesting, Chris. That it's user generated content. Yeah, I mean, it just, I don't know. You get a decently smart lawyer in there with some good expert witnesses that actually explains how this shit works. Like, these tools are not aware of what they're writing. They don't even know that they're words. They're just saying this number in vector space is the next most probable point in vector space. And then there's a database that connects that to a word. That's how it pops it in there. That's not plagiarism. That's math. Like, you could almost argue a calculator can't plagiarize. All right, as I said, 3 seconds left. And they're kicking the field goal. Let's see if he tanks the field goal. Preseason jitters? We'll see. But they are at home in San Francisco, so I'm guessing he makes it. And it's up. And looks like it's good. 21-20, 49ers over the Broncos. Broncos have poopy in their pants. I know Sonic Youth. I spent the whole day running around. I'm so beat. I left my friends to come hang with y'all. That's just awesome. Kyle is older than me, though. That's all that matters. Respect, Marie. I don't know how you do this every night, but I'm always looking for notification. Thank you, Dawn. I mean, I enjoy it. I think there'll be a point at which it may not make sense, but it feels like it's... Oh, well, I don't... Is it necessary? It feels like it's decently important right now, and I enjoy it. And it's like I feel like we're building a cool community here, so I'm digging it. There's definitely going to be a point at which it's not needed. Like people are just going to be using AI. Like this stuff's gonna come. So we'll see. Oh, thank you for the cactus, Winston. Oh, it's a little dancing cactus. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. That's so nice. Why does he talk so funny? 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 What was that? That was that movie with was it Mark Ruffalo that did it? About the really bad actor that they did the film, and he talked like that. Why does he talk so funny? I forget what that was called. That was a good one. How can I get web research in ChatGPT? Well, you can use plugins. So there's a plugin called Web Pilot that's connected to the internet. You can use Bing, which is connected to the internet. You can use Bard, bard.google.com, which is connected to the internet. You could use Pi, which is connected to the internet. And you could use Perplexity AI, which is really designed to do research and citations. Like you can narrow where it pulls its citations from. Like you could say, I want to do a search and only pull citations from Wikipedia or from whatever the sources are that they have. So Perplexity might be an interesting tool to explore. I haven't played a lot with Perplexity just because I haven't needed to, and there's too much other shit to learn. If I leave you with one thing tonight, it's this. You won't be able to keep up. Once you get into this stuff, you will feel behind, and you will be behind, and that's just the way it is, and that's okay. Wait, I think I need water at this point. Vocal cords just like it's like one of those raccoons just jumped down my throat. A-E-I-O-U. A-E-I-O-U. You ever hung out with actors? They're annoying. No? Just me? Help my cousin fix my AC. Oh, that's funny. Went out for a beer, came home, very productive day. Oh, I thought you said ChatGPT helped your cousin fix your AC. You helped. See? Those kind of jobs are going to be very much in demand. Because all of the computery jobs are going to be all fucked up for a while. Air conditioners still need to work, though. Is Purdy playing? I didn't pay attention. Purdy's on the San Francisco or on the Broncos? I think he's on San Francisco. Broncos, very sad. Very sad. It was a team effort. It was a team effort. I'm proud of the team. I'm proud of the team. It's a team effort. It was a team effort. I wouldn't put all this loss on me. That's a team effort. Or are they testing other QBs? They're testing other QBs. They tested, I forget who it was. I don't pay attention enough to this shit. Certainly preseason. Just ask it to be a super AI. Share Bear with the gummy. Thanks for the gummy. Gummies here in Denver are particularly nice. Although, when this is like 4 or 5 years ago, my son got some gummies, and I said, "Oh, let me have one," and I took it, and then I started watching TV, and I had forgotten that I took the gummy, and I'm just like, I don't feel right. What's going on? I'm like, whew, something's not right. I'm like just about to say, I think I need to go to the hospital. And then I realized, oh, I took a gummy. I'm just fucking high. That was a good moment of anxiety. It's like this 10-minute slow build of like, maybe just the pizza didn't sit right or something. Oh, good lordy. Maybe the rabid pigeon jumps the shark. Exactly. Or create one. You're not breaking up with us, Mr. Shannon, ever! All right, Emilio's wife, I'll keep doing these. Fine. At some point, I got to get back to my sim racing. I've been sneaking in a race or two before I come on here at night. I play Assetto Corsa Competizione. It's the GT3. I raced the McLaren because honestly, it was the first car. It was the first car I could keep from spinning out on every corner, and it's probably not the fastest car, but I can drive it pretty good now. So. Favorite musical? I think it's got to be Rent. It's got to be Rent because Rent kind of ushered in this whole new era of musicals, and Jonathan Larson died right before it went live. Like he got his play on the Broadway track and then died right before it went. So there's kind of this nostalgic thing there. I was still living in New York. I saw the original Broadway cast. Wicked's right up there. We saw the original Broadway cast of Wicked. Holy fuck, man. God, that was amazing. I think the one I'm most resentful of is Hamilton because I wasn't in New York and I didn't see the original Broadway cast. And we saw a road show of it here in Denver, and geez, oh my God, they did a substitution on our show, and just the casting was fucking atrocious. The people could sing, but it was like, it doesn't make any sense for the story. It was just weird. Of the classics, I like Anything Goes. I saw Patti LuPone do Anything Goes at Lincoln Center. That was fucking amazing. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but Rent was special. Rent was really special. What's the latest news on all these top AI services? I haven't been keeping up with the news. It's not that we're in a lull. Like we're in between major releases. Like a month ago, a bunch of shit came out. And like what I'm noticing right now is that there are a lot of white papers coming out of new technologies that look exciting. As those things get integrated into these tools, they're going to get really slick. Like I have a feeling either Stable Diffusion or Midjourney are going to take a big leap up, not so much in quality, but in predictability. So someone earlier was asking about, hey, I got an image in Midjourney that's close. I just want to kind of tweak it, but I don't want to like reinvent it. You can't, like right now, it's not easy to do that. I have a feeling that you're going to have like a switch, like lock this shit down and then just modify pieces of it. Or keep the basic composition, but change the change it from a horse into a kangaroo. And I think they're going to get really good at that. And then I think they're going to get really good at text. And then I think the video stuff is going to get much more predictable and not flickery. And I think these things are going to get much more multimodal. So I feel like we're kind of in the quiet before the storm of a bunch of new stuff coming. And depending what happens with if Google's Gemini, like I don't know when Gemini is coming out, right? If it comes out like in the next 2 or 3 months, and it's actually as good or better than GPT-4, then I think everything sort of gets upended and like we're kind of all starting over. It's one of the important things that to just keep in mind with all of this stuff is as you start to get your head around these tools and you're like, I'm a master. I'm a master of the universe. I can prompt like no one's business. What's going to happen is Google or someone's going to come out with something that just obliterates what these things do. And it's going to do it with images and with music and whatever. It's going to just do all sorts of stuff. And then you're going to have to relearn everything. So just take everything with a grain of salt right now. Take how limited these things are with a grain of salt. Take the brilliant idea you came up with a grain of salt. Take the thing that you built for a client with a grain of salt, because 3 months from now, that's probably going to be useless and out of date. So get curious, get adventurous, but just know that most of what you're doing right now is its only purpose is to have you be in the game. Because as the new things come out, you're going to have to constantly be upping your game. And this is going to be like the next 18 months or 2 years or 3 years of just constant radical innovation. Constant radical innovation. Let's say you've been using Microsoft Excel masterfully for 3 decades. When they stick Copilot inside Excel, you're going to have to completely relearn it. And all of the workarounds that you've spent 30 years, you've mastered VBA scripts, and you've mastered pivot tables, and you've mastered charts and graphs, and you can lay shit out like it's fucking PowerPoint within an Excel file. All of that stuff is going to be reinvented. And the stuff that you take great pride in, figuring out how to do something it shouldn't be able to do, all of a sudden it will be able to do that and more like that. And you'll be like, well, fuck, I spent 30 years figuring out how to do it. Well, that's for everyone. So that's the price of admission. The price of admission is you're entering into a very imperfect technology space. Lots of spit and duct tape with these tools. But it's super exciting, and it's more profoundly powerful than any tool ever put in the hands of humanity. Save the nuclear bomb, maybe. But, like, there's hundreds of millions of us that are playing with this shit now, right? It's not like, unlike the nuclear bomb, right, where only a handful of people could, I would say, play with it is not the right word, explore its potential. There's hundreds of millions of people using this stuff. And if you're in the game, things are going to be good. Well, I don't know if things are going to be good. You're going to be more prepared for what's coming than people who are not in the game. And just, like, I don't know, be as zen as you can about it. If you're a control freak, this is not your time. Don't try to make a process. I've got 2 very incredibly powerful process-centric women that are sort of my co-leaders within Storyvine. And this shit is driving them fucking crazy. Because it's changing too fast. They're like, but we need a process. I'm like, okay, I'll give you a process. Write this down. Oh, by the way, everything just changed. We switched out all the models. There's new legal agreements. But we just The lawyers just looked at the last ones. I know. Sorry. Not the time for the anal retentive amongst us. This is not a happy time. So the question, WESN Radio, was, what's the latest news? I don't fucking know. I asked ChatGPT how AI could affect automotive manufacturing, and holy moly, it blew my mind. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Yeah. Yep. I know. I got to watch the Eagles-Browns preseason game. Where are you, Sam? Are you in Philadelphia? Oh, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Is there evil people out there? Evil mama. Is evil. Yeah, got a drink. All right. So is that the same as algorithms? Is what the same as algorithms? Oh, I was just asking Sam. Are you in Philly or in Cleveland? So what's WESN Radio? Is that the same as algorithms? Clarify that question and I'll answer it. I don't know what the it is. So is that the same? I don't know what that is. Not much older than me though. Are we still the irregulars? Yes, you're my irregulars. The people that show up here regularly are the irregulars on so many levels. My favorite question from all of you is, what's your broadcasting schedule, Kyle? You know, man, like whenever I decide it is, man, that's when, what my schedule is? Like when my brain says it's time, I just got to feel it. I can't be bound to a calendar. It's time. Time is a framework. And we exist at the service of it. And you can choose to be in that framework or you can choose to live your life, man. I enjoy the AI Learning Lab so much. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. You're not breaking up with us. I know. Hey, everybody. The bear. Share bear. Share bear in the house. Share bear in the house. Aww. Just know you will have done a lot to help people who would have had no clue. I'm addicted to this. Oh, thank you, Don. Yeah, listen. I know I kind of make fun and I do all this sort of stuff. I do think this stuff's really, 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 really important. And I think every single one of us that learns a little bit and then shares that knowledge with someone else, I think it will make a difference. I don't know if it's making a difference. I think it will make a difference. People will be more prepared for what's coming. The thing that's frustrating me right now is in the early days of the web, when I looked at what the web technology was, so it's just something in the way my brain works. Like if I'm interested in something, I've got to understand it enough to talk about it. Right? I got to internalize it, right? And once I internalized the World Wide Web, once I got what it was actually quite simple. It was, you have documents on computers, and with these things called hyperlinks, you can jump from one document to another. It's like, okay. And then you could do that on a local machine, so I could jump from this letter here to this report here on my hard drive, but then if you connected them to the internet, now I could jump from this computer to that computer. A document on this computer to a document on that computer. That's relatively straightforward, and you can kind of play that out, and you could go, okay, so all computers in the world are going to be connected to this thing. All documents are going to be interconnected. Let's assume a document is more than just text. It's going to be pictures, which we know are a waste of time, as we've learned tonight. It's going to be pictures, it's going to be sound, it's going to be movies. Okay, so all of these media files are going to be interconnected and they can be anywhere in the world instantly. Okay, got it. And you could kind of see how that would play out in the future. And I can't do that with this stuff. Like, I get what it is, but like, this is not just producing a document. This is writing and executing code. If you have it do that, right? If you use Code Interpreter and you say, analyze this data, and it goes, okay, and it takes a 50 megabyte Excel file full of data, even if that data is messy and not cleaned up, and it goes, it appears to be this kind of data. Let me take all that data, clean it up, and put it in a data table that I understand, and then look at some of the trends within it. And then it looks at those trends, and then it makes you a fucking chart of the trends in the data that no one knew what was in there, 3 minutes before. There are entire industries built around that capability. What happens to them? Like, that's the thing I don't get. Like, it's the thing I can't get my head around. And so it's why this channel, and I think a lot of people right now sound fucking insane. You can make money with ChatGPT. It's going to be the greatest thing ever. It's going to change everything. It's profound. It's this, it's that. Like, how do you talk about something? And like, that's one example. Like that data analysis example, that's one example. And then you take copywriting, and then you take illustration, and you take filmmaking. Well, what's filmmaking? Well, filmmaking is about 300 different disciplines. Probably more, like 3,000 different disciplines, all of which are going to be completely reinvented by this stuff. Whether people want it or not, right? Like, what's not up for discussion is, well, it probably won't be used in my industry. No, it will. So, what do jobs look like? What does work look like? What does the economy look like? What do we interact with? I was thinking about, there's been some questions on here about, do websites need to exist? Do websites go away? And like, part of me is like, I think they do. Like you can probably still go to a website like you go to a Broadway play, but you don't need plays because you have film now, right? Like, film is a superior technology in some ways, right? You can distribute it. You don't have to have live actors on stage in real time. You can watch it whenever the fuck you want. So you don't need to have a play. You can choose to go to a play. So I think you can choose to go to a website. But that thing I did today where I was like, I want to know the camera specs for my iPhone 14. Historically, I would have gone to the Apple website, or I would have gone to some media channel that I respect that knows shit about Mac stuff, or I'd have gone to YouTube and I'd have watched a video. But when I tried to use a search engine to find those sites, what became clear to me was that it was so hard to go to websites and dig through which ones are spammy, shitty sites, which ones are real. There were too many fucking ads in between the content. I couldn't find what I wanted. So just like I got frustrated with my passwords earlier, I was just like, I just want to know what these fucking cameras are on my phone. Can't someone just fucking tell me that? And then I went, oh, yeah, something probably can. Dear Pi, what the fuck's in my phone? Hey, here's what's in there. Oh, that's refreshing. So, what are the implications of that? If you don't need to go to websites, do we need to build them? Do they just become like nostalgic vanity plates of digital communication of yore. I can say, well, I was a founder of agency.com, and we made some of the very first, what they used to call websites. What's a website, Grandpa? Well, we don't like to talk about those anymore because they don't really exist. I can't get my head around it, man. Can't do it. But those of us that are playing with this shit will know when things start to shift, and we'll know more what to do when things start to shift than people who are not playing with this stuff. And that's why this is here, and I do think it's important. So thank you for the kind words, Dawn. I know that was a bit of a soapbox there. Kyle went up on his little. Kyle thinks he has a platform, so he was up on his platform dancing away. He was tap dancing away. I didn't see any twerking, and this is TikTok, and that's a little disappointing, but. All right. Hey, Burr. Do you know what AI tool would be good to do something like cloning my friend's voice and then having it sound like it's Nirvana, for example? Unfortunately, I don't know the singing versions of those. I know the talking versions of those. 11 Labs is the talking version. I know that there's tools out there where you basically synthesize someone's voice, like you upload files of someone talking just like you would, or maybe it's upload of them singing just like you would 11 Labs with someone talking. And then basically you can replace Elvis with your friend's voice. I don't know those tools. They would be at futurepedia.io though. So go to there. Futurepedia.io and just look up. Oh, you know the other thing to do? Hang on. Let me see if I can find something for you. Drake Weekend AI tools. Okay. Go search for... Wait. So the guy that made the Drake and the Weeknd song... Is this the...
Yeah. I did it all, man, on AI finally. I'm not a robot, I'm come put your trainer. I'm always leaning, my knowledge never wins.
This isn't the famous one, but... So go search for Drake Weeknd AI tools, and then there's a guy named Brett Goldstein with a blue check mark. And this post is, I created a Drake song over the weekend using ChatGPT and some other AI tools. And then if you click into that post, here's the tools. He used ChatGPT to generate the Drake lyrics, UberDuck to generate the Drake vocals, LALL, aiLL.ai to remove the drums from another Drake song to sample, and then Splice and Ableton to put the beat together. So he did some manually editing with it, but it looks like UberDuck.ai is the one that he did those vocals with. Here's the prompt that I gave ChatGPT. So he explains how he did it there. And there's probably... There's the famous Drake and Weeknd song that got banned. And I know that there was a tweet or two that talked about how they made that as well. So that should help. By the way, just in case you're new here, so we don't like to brag at the AI Learning Lab, but we're very popular, and we're so popular that somebody stole all of our content and is representing themselves as us, and we reported it to TikTok, but TikTok told us to kindly go fuck ourselves. So, if someone reaches out to you that sounds like they're the Learning Lab, but they're the AI Learning Lab, they have a stutter, well, then that's not us, okay? You know who that is? That's Satan, all right? Satan is trying to get these people that like the AI Learning Lab to buy their fancy little multi-level marketing scheme. So don't do that. Don't fall for the scammers. The real AI Learning Lab has live sessions like this, doesn't have 2 L's in it, and is not nearly as sassy as I am. It takes just as much energy to scam people as it does to have a real fucking job. What's so hard about don't be a douche, just as a basic human tenet? What's so hard about that? I'm a med lab tech, though. Oh, that's cool. Having it sound like it's Nirvana, for example. The high bear I sent for the bears. All right, what time is it? 10:04. I gotta go soon because I'm getting a little tired. My bum is a little tingly, about to go numb. And TikTok jumped me to the bottom of the comments again, and you know how much I love that. Oh, wait, there was someone asking about algorithms. Wait, Kyle has a secret broadcast schedule that his spirit guides decide. Exactly. Is the algorithms the same as the analogy you said about AI doesn't think what it says it's G? Wait. That's exactly how many computers you have set up in the... Wait. So exactly how many computers do you have set up in this lab? Oh, there's a lot. It's a lab. It's a lab. You know, labs are not just... this may look like just shelves with random crap on it. But everything in here is part of an experiment. And many of these things are digitized. There's a lot of tagging. There's a lot of RFID. A lot of NFC near field communications going on. Like there's a field out there, and I'm near it. A lot of that going on. I got nothing. All right. I look like that 70s show guy, even if I don't know American shows very well. Thank you. Okay, that's new. The 70s show's new. Which dude? Oh, is it? I don't know that 70s show well enough. So I've gotten Modern Family, the Modern Family dude. I've gotten Fat Alec Baldwin. I've gotten Rosie O'Donnell. I've gotten Philip Seymour Hoffman. I've gotten Jack Nicholson when I make faces. Someone said Leonardo DiCaprio, but I'm like, no, it's only like Leonardo DiCaprio if Leo made like really bad life choices. Then maybe like Leo's cousin that you know didn't finish high school. Maybe made a bunch of bad life choices. I've gotten John Goodman. I've gotten skinny John Goodman. Tom Arnold. I think that's all of them. think those are them. All right. That's it. But anyway, when you go to report the scam version of AI Learning Lab to TikTok, you can only choose if it's you or if it's a celebrity. Just tell them I'm a celebrity. And then just say it's Fat Alec Baldwin. Oh, good Lord. You're about to enter a dimension. Not only the sight and sound, but of mind, imagination. This is the AI zone. Yeah, that would be good. I like that. A little Twilight Zone action. WESN Radio. You're about to enter a dimension. That's good. I like it. All right. I think I might have to... I think I just might have to... You know, real radio people, they just talk like this all the time. Like, it's disconcerting. Like, when you talk to people... I used to play poker with Patrick Page, who's a Broadway dude. And he talks like that. He just talks. His voice is just booming all the time. It's a little disconcerting. So, but maybe I'll put together a little radio show and just start talking like that. Pretend I talk like that. My voice is a little more sassy. It's a little more up here. Not really down here. WESN Radio. Wait, did you ever tell me what you guys do? What it is? Is it sports? Is it music? Is it smooth jazz? Is it classic rock? WESN classic rock. Hey, howdy partner. What's happening? Thank you, Share Bear. Oh, Share Bear just hit level 14. For those of you that are not level 14, this channel's a lot like Scientology. And if you're not hitting levels, are you really an irregular? I don't think so. You got to get to Thetan. What level do you reach Thetan? You'll just have to find out. Share Bear is at 14, so she's closer than you are. It's got to be disconcerting. But, you know, you do you. I'm not saying you have to level up in here. I'm just saying some people have. You know, all this shit starts out as jokes, and then at some point they're like, well, you know, I was listening to one of those lives, and he made it very clear that if we didn't level up on his channel, that we were going to be punished. And from that moment on, I was never notified that he went live. And so I'm confident that I was punished, and that's why I'm suing him for $362 million. Okay. But he never made any money. That's not important right now. This is about my feelings. My feelings were hurt. Okay? You know, I went in there. I enjoyed those lives. You know, I would make snacks. And, you know, I would curl up with Kitty. And we'd have snacks. And then when I stopped getting notified of the lives, it felt very personal. So I'm very hurt. It's trauma. It's a lot of trauma. I'm not making fun of trauma, okay? It's just a character. It's like Saturday Night Live in here. Like in the 80s and 90s when they could make jokes about people without people getting triggered. You know, when comedy could exist. Thank you, Tugas. Hey, do you remember when comedy could exist? Wasn't that awesome? When you could... No? I'm the only one? Yeah. Okay. No, we don't need comedy. Comedy, it's like images. They're just a waste of time. Comedy, it's just a waste of time. We don't... WESN Radio, smooth jazz, or hard rock. It's the classics. Or it's new. We don't know. Hey, Wendy, thank you for the rose. Hi. Thank you. Websites will be like Yellow Pages books. Yeah, I think they will, Dr. J. You know, again, I kind of feel like websites don't go away, but they certainly get a shitload less relevant or less necessary. I see it being used in all industries. I agree with that. All industries. Because it's like... This AI stuff is going to be anything that's computer mediated. Well, what's not computer mediated in today's world? Like, even like your local mechanic, the payment system, like he takes your credit cards when he swipes the thing on his phone. That's computer mediated. Like, everything's computer mediated in this world, right? The internet so the World Wide Web did its job. It connected all of the machines across all of the globe. And so everything's interconnected now. So even jobs that on their surface are not computerized, like construction, all of the project planning for construction is computerized. All of the supplies ordering is computerized. All of the stores, retail systems are computerized. Inventory systems, logistics systems. It's all computer mediated. So I agree. I think it's every industry is upended in some way. Some more dramatically than others. Oh my God, I did stats by hand in college and I hated it. Just realizing how ChatGPT could change that. So River, have you seen me play with Code Interpreter? If I haven't, I'll go play with it before I go off tonight. River, the only class I've ever failed. Oh God. Yeah, I had this skill. I don't know if it was a skill of, if I was into a class. This is a very ADD thing. If I was into a subject, I would get an A on it. Like I could get an A for anything I chose to get an A on. And then if I wasn't into it, I was masterful at what is the minimum amount of work that I need to do to get a passing grade. I didn't give a fuck. D-, awesome. C+, oh my God, that's like an A for the shit I didn't like. D- was all I was going for. We are data sets of a higher power with an infinite number of data sets looking for the same answers. Where's the rest of that, Joker? That seemed really good. But yes, we are large language models. These things, what's amazing about these things is they are reflections of us. It's not so much a tool that's doing all this stuff or stealing from people. No, it's more like, for 4 decades, and probably more, because a lot of stuff was digitized that was written before those 4 decades. So you take kind of the history of humanity, and then whatever we could get our grubby little hands on for the last 4 decades, we stuck on this thing called the internet. And then Sam Altman and gang and all these other companies went out on that internet and they said, hey, let's go look at all that shit that everyone put on the internet and use this magical new transformer technology to stick all that stuff in these things. So when we use that, it's us. Kind of weird. And maybe that's why it seems like it's like it does feel like it's got a weird humanity to it. Like why do I find myself constantly, after playing with this stuff for like a year and a half, saying please and thank you to a fucking robot? Why am I doing that? Because it kind of talks like us. Now, what the geeks will tell you is, well, it was programmed to talk to you. No, it was, it's a programmatic imperative that it was inserted into the prompt within the framework of the large language model. And when it calls on the embeddings or the vector space, the vector database, the vector space, when it pulls from a probability matrix it was programmed to do that. So of course it's not humanity. Sure, technically. But why am I saying please and thank you to it? Again, go talk to Pi. Go talk to Pi. Go have a conversation with that one. And not typing. Go put that thing in voice mode and start talking with it. And at some point you'll go, oh, thanks for that. And then you'll be like, wait, why did I just say that? Because you did. Because, I don't know, this is a reflection of us. It's weird. It's very weird. We're in a weird time, man. It's like post. So we go down to the South Fork of the Steve-O. Thanks for the hat. Oh, that was the first gift from Steve-O. Steve-O, you didn't need to go and get me a big old giant hat. I do appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. I like the Irregulars. The Irregulars is there's a swell group of people. That should be the name of a movie. Hey, we could use ChatGPT to write our screenplay. The Irregulars. It started as a humorous TikTok channel, a humorous semi-educational pseudoscientific TikTok channel, and it ended quite differently. WESN Radio. All right, I think 23% was a passing grade since the professor couldn't instruct. That's pretty good. AI guided. The Bear Wow, 23%. Wait, this is Saturday? It's night, and you are live. It's Saturday Night Live. Let's talk dirty to the animals. Fuck you, Mr. Bunny. Eat shit, Mr. Bear. If they don't love it, they can shove it. Frankly, I don't care. The animals. Let's talk dirty to the animals. From something in a to snakes in the grass. Go tell a chicken, suck my dick and give him chicken pox. Oh. Give Kyle more whiskey. It's enough whiskey. It's enough. You've had enough, good sir. Oh, thank you very much for the golden microphone. I will sing in the golden microphone until my golden button comes, and we can say, you can make money with ChatGPT. I'll just hit it over and over and over again. You know when I'll do it? Like right now it looks like there's 40-ish people in here. Every now and then I'll look up and that's jumped up like 80 people. When I see it jump like that, I'll just put the gold button there and just hit it over and over again until people leave. I saw the weirdest thing on TikTok the other night. Just kept saying, you can make money with ChatGPT over and over and over. It wouldn't stop. I'm going over to aiLL Learning Lab if he keeps trying to strong arm. Oh, I'll do it. What, Joker, what are you at, like level 2? Come on. You gotta level up in this place. Gotta level up. This is Saturday. It's night, and you are live. This is Saturday Night Live. Well, thank you for the panda, Wendy. Well, I like the panda. The panda's a rather clever animal. I like flora. I like fauna. The Denver Broncos, a losing team. 0-1 in the preseason. In the 80s, we wrote down SNL skits so we could laugh on Monday at school. Yep, totally. Oh, man. Early SNL, man. It was the Eddie Murphy years. Holy shit. That stuff was like, I would go to bed aching from laughing so hard. I know those of you that are, less than ancient are like, but wait, Saturday Night Live's never been funny. No, it was. There was a time when it was. There was a time when it was funny. Oh, yes, I'm here every night. Thank you, River. That's awesome. Da bear. All right. Let's see, you're talking to each other, dear. It looks like I'm getting to the end of the little comments. So we're gonna go on ahead and wind this down. Thank you, Dragonfly. Appreciate that. It's a reflection of humanity. It is. I'm a heavy tapper too. Pseudoscientific. He speaks as if he knows what he's talking about, but he is a man, and men splain things confidently, even if they're wrong. It's much like ChatGPT, which was programmed by men and some women, but mostly men. It's all starting to make sense now. It's the patriarchy. ChatGPT is the patriarchy. We're reinforcing the framework that's keeping us oppressed. I've cracked it. Fantastic, Bob. Tell him what he's won. You've won ChatGPT, from which you can make money. It hurts. It hurts. I think it was the aliens that did it. It was a beam of light, and then I felt the pressure, and then it all started happening like this. All right. The Kentucky Irregulars were a rogue army group in a dragon movie. That's good. I really do think, we've got enough story elements here that with ChatGPT, at a minimum, we could put together a short story, but I think we could get to novel. And if we can do a novel, we can do a screenplay. And with all these new tools we've got, we can just fucking make the movie. So I think we set a goal that this time next year, there's a movie out called The Irregulars, produced by us. That is whatever the fuck this is. AI Learning Lab, the musical. Exactly. It will be a musical, by the way. The Irregulars will be a musical. It's actually a good name for a movie. Can you do Chevy Chase stuff too? I used to do a lot of Chevy Chase stuff, but I haven't done it in so long. He just like once it sort of became clear that he was such a fucking flaming asshole and douche nozzle, I kind of stopped doing him. I'll have to dig into the mental archives. I'll go watch some old Chevy Chase stuff. You know, there was the Jane, you ignorant slut. Jane, you ignorant slut. There was that stuff. But he did so much. There was a bunch of stuff I did of his, but he didn't really have an album out. Like the stuff I did, like over and over and over. I did like, I knew all of Steve Martin's. Like I knew his albums front and back. I knew all of Robin Williams stuff. I knew Richard Pryor. I knew, what's his name? I blocked him out too. I can't remember it. But the ones that had comedy albums, like I tended to know them. And then the ones that had really famous movies. And I know Chevy Chase did, but I don't know, I somehow blocked him out. But I'll figure it out. I know I had some Chevy Chase stuff in there, but you know, the gray matter has got holes in it. It happens. I'm Chevy Chase and you're not. That was a classic one. Kiefer Sutherland was like the captain. The pressure came because it's all coming together. Oh yes, the patriarchy. It's all about perception. I guess I'm not the only one who has a 3-hour lunch. Come in here, Steve-O. I'm so sorry for you people that are like leaving your friends and having your lunch hours with me, but you know, I'm enjoying it. So, can you show us the photo behind you with the brown frame? Oh yeah, this one. So this was all my fly fishing buddies from Pennsylvania. Wait, sorry. Mike, Dana, my best friend Dana, he's the one that got me into this group. Stretch, forget his name. Red, Ivan, he's a master. There's me. There's Charlie. Charlie died. He had the fly shop. This is on the Lackawaxen River in Pennsylvania. And we all had hats that said one more cast, because if you've ever fly fished, you're always like one more cast, and then like 4 hours later, it's like when I'm on here and I'm like, all right, I gotta go now, and then I'm on here for another hour, it's like one more cast. It's obsessive compulsive disorder, but for fishing. What else did I have? Fly tying vice. Anything else good? Nah. Photos, stuff, nonsense. SNL was the best. Not Ready for Primetime Players were the best. Yeah, those early years were just insane. There were a couple of eras early on that were really good. There were some misses in there, but damn, man. Whew. All right, everybody. Will the musical title have 1 or 2 L's? Emilio's wife. You know it's only got one. You know it's only got one. Because I couldn't take explaining why we misspelled learning. Because that's all anyone would ask. Really love the musical. One quick question about the two L's. All right, everybody. It is Saturday night. I think it's time for you to go. That was the one, fly fishing. Thank you. Yes, you're welcome. Rain of Fire is the name of the movie. Rain of Fire. Yeah, it's good. I like it. Solid. We have to get up to 20K. Tap, tap, tap. What are you? 20K what? Oh, 18,000 likes. Yeah, tap, everybody. We're at 18,000 likes. Let's do it. I don't know what any of this means, but it's fun. We've been gamified. You know we've been gamified, right? Like the levels and all that shit. They're just manipulating us. But it's fun. It's fun. I like it. All right. Wendy, thank you very much. Steve-O, ShareBear, thank you so much. Thanks for the kind words, as always. Thanks for hanging out, as always. Thanks for not being with your friends and being with me. I'm so sorry. I feel guilty. Emilio's wife, peace. Oh, we're at 20,000 likes. 20,000. Yes. You guys are awesome. Question about Poe. So many models to select other than GP4. What to try? Okay, I'll show you this quick. This is worth. I'll give you this a little snack before you leave. A little snack before you leave. Okay. We'll go to Poe. What? Wait, I'm confused. Hold, please. They completely changed Poe on me. Where are the models now? Oh, here? Oh, they're across here. Okay. Got it. Okay. Here they are. Okay. So, thank you for asking me to do this. So it looks like they've done a lot of interface changes here on Poe. Cool. They've got a Mac app, an iOS app. They got profiles. So it looks like they're featuring some bots here. That might be your history, but I don't think I've seen some of these. Like there's a Taylor Swift bot. So I think they're featuring some bots there. Then they've got popular bots down here. So bots are basically just like pre-prompted ChatGPT. Think of it like that. And then you have these different models across the top. And you've got Assistant, Claude Instant 100K, GPT-4, and more. So I'm going to go into more. So there's 6 of them here. So you've got Assistant is, they used to call this, doesn't matter. They used to call it something else. They now call it Assistant. This is their large language model. So they are Quora. So you remember the site Quora, the question answer site? They're the ones that created Poe. That's their model. You've got Claude Instant 100K, and Claude 2 100K. So think Claude Instant is Anthropic's equivalent of ChatGPT 3.5, probably closer to 3, but ChatGPT 3.5. Claude Instant 100K is like ChatGPT 3.5, except it has 100,000 token context window, which basically means you can put up to 75,000 words in the prompt, or you can have really long. Do you know in ChatGPT when you're talking, you have a long conversation and all of a sudden it seems to forget what you were talking about and it just loses its fucking mind? That's because your conversation, the early part of your conversation went out of its context window. It's only got about 3,000 words that it can actively keep in memory. Claude has like 75,000 words it can actively keep in memory. So that's a big deal. Claude 2 is the equivalent, Anthropic's, near competitor to GPT-4. So think regular Claude is 3.5. Claude 2 is like GPT-4. It also has a 100,000 token context window. That's a big deal. But you have to pay for Claude Instant and Claude 2 on Poe, but you can just go to Claude.ai and you get Claude 2 100K for free anyway. So all of the Claude ones are kind of irrelevant because you can go to Claude.ai for free. And then you've got ChatGPT, that's 3.5, so that's the original one. It's faster, but it's not as good. And then you have GPT-4, and you've got to pay for that. I wouldn't pay for that here. I would pay for that at OpenAI. So the reason I historically paid for Poe was the access to this 100,000 token context window, but that's now free over at Claude.ai. So those are your 6 models. Whew. That was more than a little nugget. 30,000. You guys are funny. You're gonna just make me stay here and then we'll get to 30,000, and you'll be like 40,000, and you're like, stay all night, Kyle. We want to go into Sunday, and then we're gonna do church. You're gonna be our preacher, and then I'm gonna be like, well, you got to level up. You got to get to the certain level, or you're not gonna make the promised land. And then we'll have started a religion, and we can make all of our money tax free. I like this channel more and more. Let's do it. Welcome, brethren. Welcome, brethren. Be kind to one another. Embrace the AI. The AI is our savior. The AI is our savior. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Read the book of Sam Altman. Sam Altman, he was descended from the heavens to give us the ChatGPT. Hells yeah. All right. Thank you for your little nuggets. Peace out, everybody. I hope you had a good time tonight. It's Saturday Night Live. This was the first 25K. I haven't even paid attention to that number. I didn't know that number was there. Thank you, Share Bear. 25,000 likes. 25,000 likes. That means something. But now we have a number to shoot for. Next time I do this, if we're below 30,000, there's going to be hell to pay. All right? You got it? So a couple of things. Level up. Make money with ChatGPT. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out, everyone. See you, Share Bear. Thanks. See you, Ron. Bye, Emilios. Peace.